through, so I don't want to waste any time. That's what I'm going to get into today. I want to share with you how you can rank higher on Google, your business site, how you can rank them faster, and most importantly, how you can rank them safer. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So the very first thing, I'm a visual learner, so the very first thing that I really want to get out on the table is what exactly are we doing? And I want to point this out to you. You know, regardless of the metrics that you're looking at, you know, if you're looking at an Href score, that's DR. If you're looking at Majestic, that's TF. If you're looking at Moz, that's a DA. If you're looking at SEMrush, that's an authority number, right? Irrelevant of the number, to go from a particular number such as, let's just take DR because that seems to be one of the standards. If you have a DR 70, to go from DR 70 to a DR 75 is relatively difficult, all right? However, to go from a DR 15 to a DR 35 is so much easier and so much faster to achieve. You see, if you've gone out as a business owner and you already have some equity, you already have some link equity pointing at your domain, you're leaving a lot on the table. So this is the concept here, is what we want to do is we want to focus on the lower level, the lowest common, the lowest link, the weakest link. We want to find our weakest links, and we want to take them from our DR 10 and 0 range and 1 range and 5 range, and we want to bring them up to a mid-tier or a mid-quality link. So this is going to drastically improve your overall backlink profile. And what I'm teaching you really here is tiered link building. So how you would go about this, let's go out there in the marketplace. What I want to share with you is this. What I'm going to first do is I'm just going to go find a random actual, local business. All right. So no, I don't know whose sites these are. This is just for demonstration. So don't go picking on these guys because I have no idea who this is. So I'm just going to pull something out of the air. Generally, when I do examples, it's like plumber. But let's do moving company. Let's pick a city. Let's just pick a random city. I don't know. How about a small city in Nebraska? Again, I'm just trying to get something because oftentimes, most of these people, they only have a few links. So I want to share with, if you're a business owner and you're watching this, what can you do? You want to get higher rank. You want to get there faster and you want to get there safer. I get this question so often. I want to share this with you. All right. So a small town. So let's just go for, it can't be too tiny, but I'm just looking for a town so I can give you a demonstration here. All right. So Fairbury. All right, so let's just do Nebraska, because I mean, how many, I've never been to Nebraska. If there's any Nebraskians in the house, give me a 1, 2, 3 in chat. So in any case, Nebraska, and let's do plumber. All right. So Nebraska plumbing. This Nebraska threw me off there. So this Nebraska is number 1. Facebook is up here. So we have this trusty man. He's up at the very, very top. All right. So let's go to the trusty man. We're going to go to trustyman.com. And let's just say, this is probably just a regular guy out there in the world trying to do his thing. All right. So let's go to this trusty man. And if this is you, if this is the type of thing that you have, like you're just a normal business owner, I highly advise that you either get SEMrush or Ahrefs or Majestic. You're going to need to be able to do some link analysis. If for whatever reason you cannot come up with the $100 or $200 or whatever it is, there's a lot of options out in the marketplace. If you do a quick search on Google, what you should be searching for is a SEO tool group by. That's the keyword. Search that on Google. The top 2, 3 results, these are okay. All right, so let's move into this. Now, here's what you want to do. We're going to go ahead and let's say this is your website. In order to increase the weakest link, what we want to do is we want to come into our tool. I prefer SEMrush. We're going to go into the domain overview, and what we want to do first is we're going to go ahead and put that domain in there. But really what we're after is the backlink analytics. All right, so we're going to pull up the backlink analytics for the trusty man in Nebraska, and we're just going to take a look at the overall backlink profile. Now, the next thing that we want to do is what we will need to do is we want to click on backlinks. Yes, I completely understand that referring domains or individual referring domains is what's important. But for this particular strategy, we actually need to know exactly where that link is. All right, so let me walk you through this. So once we are in the backlink analytics inside of SEMrush, we'll put our domain in up here at the very top. We're then going to click on backlinks. The next step in this is we want to make some small modifications to the results that are being shown. So this site has 4,517 backlinks. So we want to start narrowing that down. We want to start cleaning that up. So here's what we want to do. We want to click on active. All right. So we should go, we went down just a little bit. So these are active. Now we want to go to follow. All right, so now we cut in half. We are cut in half. Now we're going to go to mobile friendly. All right, so now we are down to 2,000. So let's just take a look at this. All right, so we want to take a look at the site-wide. Let me just take a look at these. All right, so none that are site-wide, so that's a shame. All right, so let's go in the content. All right, so now we have active links that are do follow, and the link is found in the content. The next thing that we want to come over here and do is I just want to come over here. Let me just take a look. We want to make sure that the page is in English because we're in English. I'm not saying that it matters. It doesn't. But again, we're looking for the best, lowest quality links. Okay. So they're going by adding other links to these. It's going to, we're in the best position to get a boost, to get a lift. Okay. So we're looking for very particular things, and I'm walking you through these filters now. So the next thing too is you can even sometimes come inside of here and you can contain anchors or referring types. Okay. But I don't want to go that far. We have 870 links. So there's 870 backlinks pointing at this site that are active, that are do follow, that are mobile friendly, that are in English, and the link is placed within the body content. So in the most powerful place where the link is, the content is written in English. We have a mobile friendly page. Again, Google's mobile first, right? So we know that these are consistently getting crawled and indexed. It's inside the body content, the most powerful place on the page. These are active, at least according to SEMrush. And then on top of that, we have our follow. So I'm not saying that no follow doesn't pass power. It does. But again, we want to put ourselves in the best position. All right. So now the next step is going to be click on this export button. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just go Excel. All right. Now, once we have Excel, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. If you have Google, that means you should have Google Chrome. Right? If you have Google Chrome, then you should have a Google Drive. All right. So what you'll want to do is go up here to the top right-hand corner, click on these 9 dots, and then click on Drive. Now, once you're inside a Drive, the file that you just downloaded from your tool, you want to go to Downloads. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this small, and we're literally just going to drag and drop this right over here. All right. Now, we're going to wait for this to load. It's going to come right over here. And these are the backlinks. Now, what you're going to find, especially with local websites, smaller websites, business websites like yours, perhaps, is you're going to see that there's going to be a consistency or multiples of links on the same page or coming from the same domain. What we'll have to do is we're going to go in here and manually check here and just make sure and see what we have. All right. So all of this stuff over here is relevant. All right. So what we're going to do is just clean that out. Now, if you take a look here, I did leave external links. So these are external links that are on the page, and here's our page scores. Okay. So we are not necessarily interested. These are pretty weak here. But I would say that we could come down in here to the We'll come in here to the 17, and now we're going to delete these rows. Now, please note that this row right here is the external links. So as you can see here, let's just go ahead and expand this. So this is going to be our anchor text. This is the page that it's on. This right here is going to be the page that it's on. Let me just take a look at this. And then here is the backlink. Let me just double check that really fast here. I want to make sure that I'm pulling out the right things here. Source title, source URL, target URL. Okay. All right, so you can clean this off of here. Delete rows. All right, so now let's keep this right here. Move this over. Move this over. Target URL, we don't necessarily care where it's going. So this column right here we could get rid of. So we have our source URL, our source title. So we don't necessarily care about that. We care about all of them. And then we have our page scores. All right. Now you can add them, but the objective here is to increase the weakest links. And the reason for that is because we want to give a lift to our whole backlink profile. And the easiest way to get the biggest amount of push is to go to the weakest links. Again, like I demonstrated in the very beginning as I was explaining, moving again, let's use DR, like an Ahrefs rating. Moving a DR, say this 65 to a 70, is going to take far more links than moving, say this right here, this authority score 3. Moving that 3 to a 15 is not going to be that hard. We're able to drastically, this is the case for pretty much every business website. Other than people that actually know, but if you're a normal business owner, like a regular business owner, 60% of the people that I talk to and I try to help out, their backlink profiles look very similar to this. Very similar, unless they've worked with an SEO or something in the past. So what we want to do here is I'm going to literally come in here and I'm going to clean all of these out right here. And I'm just going to ditch them. And then what I'm going to do is I left this over here. This is the external links that are on the page. All right. What we're doing is we're just looking for these massive counts. So see how this says Go Services, very generic. We're going to ditch these and they have a 40 outbound. The only thing I'm going to do those, I'm going to keep 1. So we're going to delete those rows. Now we're just going to come inside of here. I just want to take a look here. So 39. So, anything under 50, I'm pretty confident with. I'm pretty happy with. These are right there at that breaking point. All right. So this one right here is, we're going to get rid of that. That's a dupe. All right. So what we're looking for is we're looking for dupes. All right. We're looking for duplicates and we want to clean this out because we actually want to limit the list. And then what I'll do is I'll walk you through some of the next steps that I would take in order to start lifting these up. All right. So what we can do is these zeros. I know that these are 2 separate pages, right? How long? He probably runs these. So we have 2 yams. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete those. We have 2 from the same website here. We'll delete those. Okay. You get the picture here, right? I'm going through this like it's like I'm actually going to do it for this guy. I don't even know who this person is. But we're going to clean these out. See how it's the same site? We really just want one. And what I would choose is see how this one only has 7 outbound links on it. I'd probably pick that one. All right. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to clean up this list. We want to get a nice little batch of all of our weakest links together. Now, the next step is relatively simple because what I would do, let's say that you don't have access to any services. Say you're just going out and about and you're trying to get a little bit of flow to these particular links. One of the very first things that I would go out and do is I would take this entire backlink profile, right? And the first thing that I would do is I'd come right back over here and I'd go right into this Google Drive and I'd open up a sheet, a doc, and a slide, and I'd throw all those links into those. That's step 1, all right? The next thing that I would do is if you've ever heard of any of these services, again, the slightest things, right? The weakest stuff. What I would do, again, we're trying to boost up the junkiest stuff that you have on your site. And the objective is always you want to spend less money than you did to achieve that link. So if these are like DR rating zeros, chances are they just got picked up. But it's a link is a link is a link. And if it's pointing at me, I want to lift it up. So generally for stuff like this, I'm looking for those high DR, high DA rating, high authoritative Web 2.0s, right? Those types of links work out very well. I'd also be looking for maybe those podcast links. You know how you can sign up for one and then you're getting Apple, you're getting Google Podcast, you get all of these. Again, we're pointing these at junk. Okay, so I wouldn't go out and spend a boatload of money, because when you take a 0 or a 10 and you point in, say, 200 Web 2.0s, right, that are all DA 80 or better, put all those right into the page, put them into the docs, put them into the slides, put them into the sheets. The next step is, if you sign up for like an account like this, you can come inside of here and put it. I come in here and create a new description, create an episode. If I post this out, I'll go out and get 50 links from very high authoritative places. They get picked up. So this is another great place. Free links that are do follow relatively strong. You can distribute them right through your podcast. Okay. So again, the name of the game is taking the weakest links and improving them by cheaper links than it costs for you to get them. The next thing that I want to go ahead and point out to you, all right, is this, all right? And if you have automated tools, that's perfectly fine. You can utilize those. But I'm trying to give something simple. And just so you know what you're looking for, like, let's say, again, you have access to nobody, maybe you've ran across this video. You're looking for like this, like, I don't know, manual build Web 2.0. Something like that, all right? And then what I'd go into is I go click on images, and then I just start looking, and I'm looking for somebody that has a service that they're willing to do it, right? Or you can always, again, I know that Fiverr is absolutely horrendous, and I hate to say, hey, go to Fiverr, but you could probably go on Fiverr and get, 200 Web 2.0s probably for what, 25 bucks? You know what I mean? 35 bucks? I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm sure it's very cheap. With that being said, the main objective of this video isn't to point you in the direction of where to buy cheap links. It was more so to show and showcase, hey, here's how you do it. Here's what I'm looking for. Tackle the weakest common denominator. Another little trick that I really like is this, all right? So I get, again, going back to the initial question that derives this video, or what makes me want to make this video, is, Chris, I have a website. How can I rank my pages faster? Or I've launched a new page, it's not indexing. I've launched a new page and I want it to rank a little faster. So the first thing is build your overall authority. How you can do that is by tackling your weakest links and start tearing out your links. All the links that are already pointing at your site, that's all equity sitting there. Not, like I said, like 60% of websites, when we just looked at that backlink profile, dude, the guy had 4,000 backlinks. Out of the 4,000 backlinks, 800 of them were actually something worthwhile in English, in the body content, right? We narrowed it down. And then out of that 800, I guarantee if I were to go back in there and edit it all out, clean out the duplicates, clean out the ones that had too many external backlinks on them, you're probably going to be left with about 300 links. That's 300 links that you could literally boost up to the next tier of authority just by going out and spending 25 bucks. I hope that makes sense to you, because this will drastically improve your overall performance, without a doubt. The next piece of it is this. If you're launching new pages, okay? If you're launching new pages on your website, let me share this with you, all right? Let me just give you this. So on your website, again, I'm a visual learner. Hopefully you are too. If you have your main website and this is your homepage, you don't want to clutter up your homepage, but when you're on your website, you'll have your homepage, contact page, but let's just say you have a service page, okay? This service page, you've launched a new service page. It's a service-based location page. Now, I actually want to get this new page to rank. Now, what you're going to find is, let's say that you have a blog. It could be any page. You could have a really good location page. You could have another service page. But what you're looking at is when you're going inside the search console, all right, your Google search console for that website, what you're going to find is you're going to find a very nice page. I'm sure maybe you might have 2 pages, maybe you have 3, you might even have 10. You know those pages that you're always looking at that Google's always testing you for new keywords, right? You're picking up impressions, and then you're looking inside a search console and you're adding those extra keywords. This is gap analysis. But those pages there that are getting all those impressions and you keep adding new keywords, like these are your best pages. You have 50 pages, but 10 of them are driving the majority of your traffic. You know what I'm talking about? Those pages are the pages, like let's say this one makes up, I don't know, 28% of your overall traffic. Well, on this blog page, instead of just having the header, footer, maybe a secondary footer, and maybe a couple images, increase the overall internal links, maybe a sidebar, maybe a table of contents, something along those lines, pointing to your new page. And here's why. If I have a high impression share or a very popular page, right, that you're already monitoring, you're already on there, but it's getting more impressions. This page gets crawled more frequently than the others. This page brings up most of the traffic of your website. What you want to do is pass some of that traffic authority onto your newest pages. So if I have a really good site or a really good page that's bringing in 28%, include some extra anchor text, exact match of course, internally linked to the new page that you're trying to push. This will definitely pass some traffic authority. Along with that too, if you're using WordPress, I put it in the videos, like Link Whisper, or any way that you can increase your overall internal links. By increasing your overall internal links, by increasing the overall authority of your lowest or weakest link backlinks, and then on top of that, internally linking from your most popular pages to your new pages, this will dramatically help your overall campaign. So I hope that these tips have helped you. I really just wanted to touch on, hey, how do you rank faster? How can I rank higher? Faster, higher, safer. So tiered linking, start sending some traffic authority over to your new pages. That'll get those pages indexed faster, get them seen faster, get them ranked faster, increase your overall internal links. You will see a drastic improvement in your overall SEO campaign, the overall keywords, the overall impressions, the overall rankings for your website. So in any case, my name is Chris Palmer. I hope that this has helped you out today. If you have any future questions related to this topic or anything SEO related, never hesitate. Always feel free, go ahead and ask in the section below, and I always look forward to seeing you in the next How to Rank Higher, how to rank your business website higher on Google in 2022. That's a long title video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. We could chat a little bit too. I have about 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to head off to Sweepies. I had a couple questions. That's why I decided to make this. I might trim this video up a little bit, but hopefully that helps you. All right, so let's go in there and let's welcome everybody and say hi to everybody. And let's say hi. And then on top of that,